everybody. It's MS, she, her. We're playing a video game. We played one of the dev's other games. Well, this dev's other games. I can't remember the name of it right now, unfortunato. This is Stories, The Path of Destinies. Can I figure out the name of the game we've played in like 5 seconds or less? Maybe. Omen Sight. Omen Sight is the one we've played. We played Omen Sight, and that was pretty good. So now we are playing this, which came out before Omen Sight. We recommend Omen Sight. It's interesting. Oh. Wow. Speaking of Omen Sight, yeah, I guess this just shows a trailer for Omen Sight. I'm not gonna watch the trailer for Omen Sight. We played that game. But yeah, we recommend Omen Sight. And now we are playing this game. So, I'm just gonna hop in.
Once upon a time, the infamous rover Reynardo plundered the floating isles.
Oh, that shows the YouTube I have up.
To her deathbed. Swear to me that you won't die on the
Been
gallows.
using screen capture when we do new games just because it's easiest.
And he whiled away his days at home with music, cards, and wine. But the Emperor had changed.
Oh no.
He'd been good once, a shy, almost humble toad. He'd built universities. Then
Built universities.
Started whispering about mass graves in the woods, midnight rituals, victims screaming. The Imperial Ravens would round up entire villages, and no one ever returned.
Oh,
The Ravens had come to Ubar
that's not
scouting
good.
for ancient books said
Ubar.
to give great power. But the librarians had hidden the books, so they'd burnt the librarians. The
Jesus.
citizens, outraged, had driven them off. The Ravens had come back with dropships. The kid had fled with one of those books. He was brave and dumb and wanted to join the rebellion. And Reynardo had promised his mother he'd protect him.
Well, I guess we gotta protect him then. Are we Reynardo? I assume so.
The kid was looking down, watching his city burn. Sorry, kid, Reynardo told the kid. Look, if we give them the book, they'll leave you alone. My mother died for this book! I promised her I'd protect you. Oh, damn it. The kid had run off. With the book, of course.
Of course.
So Reynardo had to run after him.
Yeah. Okay, so we're Reynardo. We got 100 HP. I am pressing buttons. Most of them are not doing anything. The only one that is doing anything at the moment is X. Protect Peter. I guess Peter is the kid. Oh, he's Peter Rabbit! He's Peter Rabbit, everybody!
The two ravens were staring at the kid like he was their dinner. Which probably was what was in their tiny brains.
Hey, ravens are pretty
Reynardo
smart.
said. They cocked their head
Relatively.
down. Pick on someone as ugly as you. Wait, that didn't come out right. For the Emperor! The ravens cawed and rushed at him.
I like this narrator style to the game right off the bat. It's a good way when you only have countering can interrupt any other action. Oh, okay. Well, let me counter you. Oh! Ah, I see. Well, this kicks ass. I really like the narrator structure, though, as it's a good way when you only have one voice actor to work with it.
He hoped they hadn't noticed him.
Whoa.
The kid.
That gave me some rumble. That was a nice use of the rumble there. X to grab, hold to aim, release X to throw. Okay. Bye. Goodbye. You're ravens, can't you fly? Well, I guess you got these beefy arms instead. That's your problem.
The Gate of Heroes. Someone's idea of a joke. Making the Skyship docks a gated community. You needed a hero's sword to open it. And the kid was on the other side of the gate. Who let you through? Promise me you'll take the book to the rebels. Or I'm gonna steal your ship.
Don't steal
I'm
my
not taking
ship.
that damn book anywhere. And neither are you. Try and stop me, laughed the kid. I bet you don't even have a hero sword.
Yeah, well,
And with that,
neither do
the
you.
kid hopped away. Had to hand it to the kid. He was an idiot.
Wrong
He had
sword.
guts. Where was Reynardo going to get a hero sword?
Oh, maybe over here? Maybe over here.
Ore and wind essence? That sounds about right. I'll need a workshop, though.
Okay. So we get to craft our own sword. Okay. Scattered throughout Boreas. Selected swords. Look badass. Oh, hell yeah. We love looking badass. Okay, let's craft it.
QED.
Next level allows one to heal oneself. Oh, so there's like a bunch of different swords you can use, though. Ooh. Oh, ho, ho. Those swords sound pretty good. Looks like you need a lot of ore for them, though.
This is what he got for settling down and finding people to care about. The kid's mum had been a swell cook, and she'd laughed at Reynardo's jokes, even when he didn't know he'd made one. And then the ravens had come to burn her. And she'd made him promise to protect the kid. But she never told him where the book was. Just the kid.
Just the kid.
He came up to a ledge. It was too far to jump.
I don't know, I could jump that.
There? And there
Well,
was Peter.
I wouldn't want to, but...
How'd you get across? He asked the kid. Where'd you find a hook?
Okay, maybe I couldn't jump that. That's pretty wide.
Said the kid. Wise-ass kid. Hey, look out behind you! Q, said Reynardo. Ah, ravens.
So can I, like, make my own path? Haha. Ow. Don't do that to me. I want to, throw you over, though. Watch this. Oh, well, I just killed him. Never mind.
Just hook his way across the ledge and chase the kid down.
Hook.
Thing was, he hadn't used his hook since he'd retired. How had he done it? Maybe if he meditated at that altar there, he'd remember his old skills.
Oh, maybe. I guess we'll have to find out. Each time you gain a level, you get a skill point. Okay. Sounds pretty typical. The more truths you discover, the more tiers you unlock. Truths, huh? Yep. I have a skill point to spend. So what else do we have here? Dash, perfect strike. Offensive reflexes. So I noticed all this needs dash. Okay. Countering an attack now causes damage. But this does like a Bayonetta type thing. That sounds cool. Increase health, run faster. And those are both just typical stuff. Okay.
Starting to come back to him. Something you never
No,
completely
nothing.
forgot.
Arctic Fox.
Like
Oh, like Jon Snow.
The more he fought, the more he'd probably remember.
So now I can hook. Okay. Hook, hook. Hooking along.
There was the Farfarer. She was the fastest ship.
And it's about to leave the dock with the rabbit, isn't it?
In 12 furlongs. Oh, so the salesman had told him. And something told
The
him
Kestrel
that he
run.
tried to walk into an ambush.
Yeah.
Stop! He shouted. I'm not giving you the book! Shouted the kid, and took off. No! Peter! But the kid ran for it. And a goggler nailed him with its eye beam.
Oh, well. That's unfortunate. We failed at protecting the kid. Let's not get got. So can I hook this guy? Yeah. Aha. Oh, I sliced it in half. I thought it was like mechanical, but that was meat.
Next to it, with a
Oh,
buckle
he,
in the kid's shoes.
Ooh.
The kid
Ugh.
saw a pile of
The
ashes.
kid's not looking too
Damn
good.
it. Why hadn't he lied and told the kid he'd take the book to the rebels? The kid would be alive now. Really pissed off and betrayed, but alive. Oh, damn it. Reynardo picked up the book. He couldn't let the Empire have it now. He was going to have to get it out of there. He'd be a wanted man. Probably have to join the rebellion just to have a place to dock. Well, he'd hated home life anyway.
I guess if you hated home life anyway. So do these have any resources? Or are these just health? These all look like health. Well, unfortunate about the kid. Just scoop up his ashes, put him in the helmet, carry the helmet with you. Easy peasy. I don't think there's anything in these crates worth getting. Well, we're moving on now anyways.
Maybe he should open it and find out.
Maybe.
All that had been years ago. How many? The war was a blur, and now 3 Raven scout ships were chasing him. Where are you running, rebel? Cawed the Raven captain over the loud hailer. Reynardo could see them cranking up their catapults. Just going out for milk? Reynardo yelled back. Where can you run? Laughed the Raven horribly. Far behind him, another city was burning. The dark cloud above its island was thousands of Imperial ships. The fleet was doing a thorough job.
What?
Take us to the rebel base! I will spare your life! It called.
I don't think that's true.
The jury-rigged rebel fleet was only a few islands to the east. Beyond that were only the Pillars of Heaven. A sea of endless blood-colored tornadoes.
Oh, the Pillars of Heaven sounds like a fun place to be.
Unless Reynardo could bring a game changer. Maybe he could. Reynardo had found out where he could find the pieces of the Skyripper, the legendary weapon that had exiled the lost gods. Surely a legendary weapon could
Legendary weapon does sound pretty good.
On the other hand, his old friend Lapino had sent Reynardo a desperate message saying he had a brilliant scheme to save the rebellion. If Reynardo could only rescue him. Reynardo dived the Farfarer towards the abyss. As he felt the heat of the jet stream, the Raven ships peeled off, not stable enough to follow him down there. Now it was time to choose.
Okay.
Lapino.
So we choose.
Skyripper.
This is part of the thing we saw. This is part of the thing with Omen Sight too, is you need to choose where you want to go. Well, we could rescue Lapino, or we could rebuild the Skyripper. I'm gonna go build the Skyripper.
Every child knew about the Skyripper. The Transcendent Emperor had buried its pieces.
I kind of wanted to rescue Lapino just because, you know, rescuing a person seems like a good thing to do, but
he'd gone mad.
Ancient weapons of great power, you know, that's going to be the good stuff.
Had he somehow summoned the long-lost components of the legendary weapon out of the deep places of the earth? It was more than Reynardo could fathom. But if he could find a legendary weapon, he would use it.
Yeah, let's go.
As he
Find a legendary weapon.
Reynardo could not help but feel a tinge of guilt. He'd left Lapino behind.
Yeah.
He hoped the Mad Rabbit had somehow escaped the Raven.
I mean, as I was just saying.
He hoped they hadn't eaten him. If they had, he hoped they hadn't eaten him alive.
Oof. Maybe I should have gone for Lapino.
Skyripper. Reynardo never made plans that required constant vigilance. He was a hero. He didn't think too much. He just went with his gut and hoped it all worked out.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Skyripper was a long shot. He'd have to devote himself to it. No side journeys, no rescuing old friends. That was against his nature. Could he stick with it?
Interesting. So now that we picked this, we've gotta keep getting the Skyripper. We can't. No side questing, y'all. No side quests here. Just Skyrippering. Quite a few chests, huh? So I guess chests are where we're gonna get all our resources from, it looks like? Perhaps? Oh, you can't go off the path. Okay. Looked like there was more to explore than there was. I wish we had the dash already. I want to be able to move faster. I want to go fast. I want to go faster.
If I craft a sword now, it's going to be really short.
So what are gems? Gem socketing menu. Oh. Okay. So I need to find gems to equip gems. You can't get gems any other way. Okay. Can I make a sword? I cannot make a sword. Okay. Got to look at the mechanics some, though. See, the fact that Lupino's the old friend makes me wonder if that's the better way to go, but...
bridges anyway.
If this is a good choice game, either way is going to lead towards some ending. Right? Oh, so there's just a little... That was just a little side path. Okay. Just a prize for seeing you could hook to that thing. Get hooked, idiot. These things look scary if you don't take them out fast and stealthy.
Huh?
Fast and bulbous.
That was new.
Bulbous also tapered.
The people
You did not slash them when I wanted, but you did slash someone who deserved to die, so
within their walls.
that's all good.
The Skyripper could destroy anything it touched, or so the legend said. As the Transcendent Emperor had fought the lost gods, thousands
Will
and
these
thousands
ever...
died.
Okay, I think these just drop health. It looks like all our Ord stuff comes from chat. Oh. Do I have another level? No. How do I know when I have a level? Maybe it'll indicate somewhere. I can't hook over to that chest? Aw. Anything over here to hook to? Nope.
Hero wall, hero sword, ice wall, ice cube.
Ice Cube. Love Ice Cube. He was great in 21 Jump Street. Yeah, I love 2 Jump Street. Yeah, I take it I'll need all the different swords to unlock more things. But I can't make any new swords yet. Oh, okay, so this shows our, that's how you get your... It's a little Bastion in the writing, huh? A little Bastion when it starts reacting to things like me just smashing things. I forget what I was talking about. Oh, so you need the different swords to get through different things, so it sounds like there's reward for coming back to, like, old levels. We shall see. Now, would I want the ice sword to get through the ice wall, or would I want the fire sword to get through the firewall, though? Because you do melt ice.
If only he had some way to break the ice.
Whoa, this is long. Okay.
He was a friend.
Believable tales of Transcendent Emperor used the Skyripper to banish Iblis, the Iblis Tricker. And if that is the case, you should spare no reasons to find it. Yeah, everyone wants the Skyripper. Emperor Isengrim III's secret journal. Wow. Oh, I don't bring that with me, it just sits here. Oh, I guess the journal is actually, you can kind of see there's some books on the... Yeah, there's some books on the floor. I guess that's what I'm actually reading, not the floating scroll. Well, you know what they say about Skyripping, so I can't get through this door either, obviously. That one must need the Void Sword. Okay, so getting more swords should be our priority before upgrading swords, because that's going to up our exploration ability. Good to know. Oh, okay. So I don't super need to hook them.
Hated gogglers, but it freaked him out to cut them.
I can understand why. They look kind of freaky when you cut them. We started reading Delicious in Dungeon. I know everyone's like, Dungeon Meshi's the better name. We just We knew it as Delicious and Dungeon first. It's what we're gonna call it. Anyways, I'm just thinking about what Senshi would do with these guys. You think that looks edible? That looks edible for sure. You put some herbs and spices on that, you're gonna have a nice meal. Okay, I think it's better to wait for them to attack so I can counter. Well, I just kind of started attacking this one. That's okay. But I can also keep combo up by just continuing to attack.
Danced around the room.
Perfect.
Oh yeah, that's how we do it. It was something he liked to do, but only after he'd killed all the witnesses.
Reynardo's kind of a dork, huh? Okay, and that's a fire door over there, so no going that way. I do wish to find a new altar so I can have my... What's this? Oh. It's just health. I thought maybe that would be ore because it looked fancy. Oh no.
As for the gate, well,
Oh.
you could take her or leave her. Sorry.
Yeah, I said oh no because I was like, oh, this is gonna be one of those puzzles we're gonna spend ages on, and then I hit both levers and I already had it. Oh, there's a chest. What's this thing? Oh wait, that's a grapple point. Why is there a grapple point here? What? Could I have grappled over here? Somehow? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe there's multiple ways to get to some of the things. Like, maybe some of the things, if you don't have the sword yet, you can still get to it another way. Oh, it has a mark to show we can get a skill, which means we can get dash.
To come back to him.
Dashing consumes
completely forgot.
stamina.
Like how to freeze time when attacking. The more he fought, the more he'd probably remember.
That sounds right to me. Oh, he's the Skyripper. We found
There
it.
it was. Skyripper's armature. The stuff that dreams are made of. Engineers' dreams, anyway. The device was intricate. No one alive had the skill to make a thing like it. How was it part of a weapon at all? He'd have to ask a scientist.
A scientist
First,
like
he'd get the
Lapino?
second piece. Skyripper had a heart. A core that had come to rest on the next island. Well, there was another island he could reach. Zenobia had
Yeah,
just
so there's
invaded it
kind
with her
of
father's
our
raven
two
battalions.
paths are help out the
She must
people
be in
and
camp
find
for
the
still.
weapon, huh?
But fighting Zenobia now, that made no sense at all. He'd already sacrificed one friend to get this armature, was it? He didn't need to hurry to face her. She would find him.
But you're still allowed to get off the path. Some inexplicable reason, Reynardo chose Zenobia. Yeah, we gotta stick to path if we're doing this. We gotta get the core.
It was a no-brainer. He'd sacrificed his old friend Lapino to get the armature. And the armature was useless by itself. Only a series
This
of
seems
cores
like
with
it's not gonna
rules.
be the better path.
War demanded sacrifices. And he would make more before the end. He would have to choose the greatest good no matter how much it cost him. Zenobia. Well, he would see her sooner or later, across a battlefield or a sword's point before all this was over. He was sure of that. The power was in the core. Obviously,
But
he had
once
to
we
get
get
the
the
core.
Skyripper, we can go meet our old friends again, right? We'll be like, hey, look, we have the
He
Skyripper.
looked
They'll
up at
be
the
like,
old
we're all
trees
dead.
around him. They were so big and so old. They'd been there before he was born, and they'd been there
Finish
after
the
he
job.
passed into legend.
Oh, the armature's just
Was
kind of
he
flying around
confronting
with
his
me.
own unimportance? What had got into him? He was no philosopher. Anyway, who cares? He was plenty
cares?
important. He was a hero, and soon he'd prove it.
After all, who cares?
I wonder
Who
what
gives
I
a
could make
single
of these
shit?
sword crafting materials, thought Reynardo.
Probably a new sword. Some of the narrator bits, now that we're a little further, some of them are a little too talky. Still kind of like it as a concept, though. It's clearly riffing on Bastion a little. I think that's good. I think what Bastion did with narration was real interesting. I mean, now that we played Omensight, now we played this, but Omensight definitely had more of the polish we expect out of a game after this. Oh, we got a Chivo for opening chests. Amazing. This is fun. I'm liking this. I think it needs more battles. That was really something Omensight did well. It really had a good battle system. This is a nice, simple battle system, but after we get the Skyripper, how much games there gonna be if we get... Well, maybe there's more than 2 pieces to the Skyripper. I just kind of assumed there's just the 2 pieces.
Sour in the air. Like the earth had ruptured over something that had been fermenting for a very long time.
That's sulfur, baby. You're smelling sulfur, baby.
And this is why heroes are called dashing, Reynardo thought. See? Dashing?
Reynardo is a big dork. I said Reynardo is kind of a dork before, but Reynardo is much more than kind of a dork. I could just hook these enemies to me. Oh, I'm gonna see if I can get all of this in one combo. Ah, damn it. I panicked. I almost got all of them in one combo, though. That was close.
Reynardo felt ready to take on new power. There were fewer and fewer trees. There were only these huge crystalline growths. Had those been here before? He no longer heard birds except for the feverish cawing of the ravens when they attacked. He couldn't smell the small animals of the forest.
Okay, there are no subtitles there, so I was staying quiet for a second.
Where had they gone? And he was getting hungry too. This was an unhealthy place to be.
And yet, we are here. So wait, there's small animals? We have no truths. I wonder... So we don't even know what the truths is yet. That's also interesting. Counter attack now causes damage. That sounds good, but we'll never manage it. I kind of like the aggressive defense.
Missed his old skills. He welcomed
That's
them
gonna
back
be
and
fun.
was at a reunion.
Yeah, you're at a reunion with being able to damage enemies when you counter them. What a reunion. And now we can kick ass. Well, I say that like we haven't been kicking ass. But being able to counter and do damage feels real good. Yeah, let's get them all in one combo. Yes! Yes! Single combo! Haha! That should have been more than acceptable. That should have been like... one combo-able. Oh, it's the core. We found it.
The 20-sided core made him feel physically
Oh, it's a
sick.
D20.
Once he had sneaked into a temple of the dark art, and he hadn't liked what he smelt and saw there. This felt like that. As quick as he could, he wrangled the icosahedron into the
Icosahedron.
The wheels
Well, that's
began
a
to spin.
$12
Then
word.
glow. The sick feeling quickly spun away. Now he only felt sad. He had lost good friends for this war apparatus.
Yeah.
He carried his prize back to the Farfarer. Now he had to make his next move. There was a key Imperial outpost on the Nexus. If this really was some sort of super weapon, he could use it to wreak havoc on the enemy. And if it wasn't, well, better to know that before the final battle. But maybe he should show it to some scientists first. There was an observatory on the Nexus. Maybe he should go there.
I kind of like the idea of showing it to somebody before we use it. And that also seems like maybe we can save some people at least, right?
Well, of course. If you've just assembled a weapon out of legend that can exile gods from the world,
yeah,
you'd want to have a scientist or two look
yeah,
at it.
exactly.
And even if they disagreed and he had time, he could ask Calaveras himself. Yes, the observatory would be his objective. Why had the parts of the Skyripper only surfaced now, thousands of years after the Transcendent Emperor had dismantled it? The mad Emperor Iceland.
Okay, sorry, I had to, what was our level name here?
Was that why these ancient artifacts were rising out of the ground? How
Jay had
perfect,
questions
then,
about
the
supper that I
Skyripper
had
would
to
reappear
answer.
to be his destruction.
Okay. Let's go to the observatory. I think after this level, I will be good for the moment on this game. This is fun. Definitely gotta play more of this one. I didn't find a new workshop last time. Well, we'll get to this observatory. Maybe we'll find a workshop along the
Reynardo
way.
wondered if his future self had commissioned these poles.
What? Can you do that? Commission polls from your future self? Oh, I got them both on that combo. Got them both down. Did you see that? Did you see it? Did you see it? Did you see it? You better have seen it. It was pretty good. Uh-huh. Did you see that, Mom? Did you see that? Uh-huh.
Who leaves these chests everywhere? Wondered Reynardo. I should send him a thank you note.
Well, maybe that's your future self, too. Now, you guys send a thank you note to your future self? Reynardo seems like he'd be the type to do that. So are we gonna see any other enemy types, or are they all gonna be ravens? Hopefully at least get some bosses.
Already, Reynardo knew more than he ever had. But about what?
I don't know. Let's use the Ultra and figure that out. Gotta give us more movement speed. Yeah, that's a little faster. Still gotta use dash to get around, but...
What the rebellion needed. They were outnumbered. The once kind emperor had become a tyrant. But his ravens stayed loyal, for he fed them his victims, and the other animals were too frightened to rebel. Reynardo shuddered at what the emperor was trying to do. To bring back the lost gods, the Black Harvest, the Black Sun.
The Black Sun?
No.
No.
He would stop that toad, no matter what the risk.
But it sounds like there's a lot of backstory to this world.
Materials. Now all he needed was
yeah,
a
I know.
bench.
That's what I've been saying. I've been thinking that, man. I've been thinking I just need my crafting bench, man. Where's this taking us? All the way across the world. Yep, this is somewhere new, isn't
The
it?
Nexus Observatory had the Empire's most renowned scientists working.
Wonder
by
if there was a
themselves
crafting bench
without
the other way.
interference.
Oh well. Oh, well,
At
here we
least
go.
So far.
Okay, yeah, let's craft Firestorm.
This burning sword from the south was terrific for barbecuing sausages and ravens.
Okay, now we can just switch swords and we hold to activate. Oh, I have more. I can also upgrade my base sword, but I'd rather hold on to the ore for one of those other ones. Okay, let's play with this a little. I can't. There we go. Then I don't know why I'd want the
The platform used a hybrid propulsion system fueled by anti-gravity and wishful thinking.
I don't know why I still want the hero sword outside of, this is fun. Outside of instances where, you know, we need it. Like the doors. I'm sure we'll figure out a need. And then oh, as soon as you start holding RT, it drains. It does not care if you are swinging it or not. As soon as you are holding it, you start draining. Okay. That was a fun little ship ride. Let's do it.
Said Reynardo.
Get set on fire. Okay. Setting one guy on fire does not seem to have been as helpful as I was looking for. Now, setting several people on fire. What are you? I want to be out of here.
Cowards. Really?
Yeah, I got that. I'm dashing. I'm dashing, mate. Okay. So you can... The power kind of drains pretty fast. I don't know how effective that really was. It does get us through doors, though. Still like having it for getting us through doors, but that power drained fast. I feel that's why I was confused why it drains as soon as you're holding instead of on slash, because you can drain that without even actually using it. Still got damn vegetables going through my head if you watch the oh, so these give us more. Whoa, 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 whoa! Fatal error. Okay. Well, that sure was a fatal error. Where's that gonna... Is that gonna pop us back to? Yeah, that was an unfortunate thing to find. Fatal error, huh? I know it auto-saves on new level start at least. Yeah, I can't skip through this opening at all, by the way. I have been trying. So where are we gonna be? Do I need to replay this level?
Why had the parts of the Skyripper only surfaced now?
Yes.
Thousands of
okay.
years after the
Well,
transcendent
guess I'll see you guys in a second then.
The mad Emperor Isengrim had performed
that
terrible,
sucks.
bloodthirsty rituals. And I was just getting warmed up, he thought.
Got a Chivo. That's something, I guess. Something we didn't have before. Okay, I think I'm about back to where I was before. Yes? Maybe. About. I'll start actually talking again and stop singing damn vegetables to myself. Yeah, that sucked. That fatal error crash. I hope we do not see that again. If we do see it again, I'm going to call the session. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Like that's a bad one to see. Fatal error.
Of all the artisans he was creating employment for, truly, he was a job creator.
I've probably cut out most of it, but there were some new lines along the way too. I thought that was nice, even though we had to redo the section. There were new lines we heard. Oh, I was right by the next. It crashed at the end of the level. Darny darn fuck.
There are invisible strings that tie the universe together. If Skyripper cut one, the hole would widen and widen till our whole existence fell into it. Another toad
Oh, it's a
sighed.
black hole creator.
Irving still believes in string theory. At least go see Calaveras. Yeah, said the worried toad. He knows more than anyone else has forgotten about the Transcendent Emperor. If anyone could tell him how to use this weapon safely, it would be Calaveras. It was he who had told Reynardo how to find it in the first place. But
Okay.
maybe he had to give up on using it as a weapon. Maybe he had to go to the secret rebel base and ask the generals there what he could do with a weapon that he dared not use.
Now let's go talk to Calaveras. He would know. We use the suit web without using it. That sounds interesting. But let's go talk to
Reynardo was
Calaveras.
about to leave when he was stopped by one of the scientist toads.
There is something else you should know. There are
Going for kind of a
rumors
Kermit
that
here.
The Ravens are searching for an ancient artifact on a nearby desert island. There are legends of something called the Iblis Stone, a gem of great and evil power.
Yeah,
Where
we
is
read
this
about
island?
that.
Asked Reynardo.
Yeah, sort of that way.
Said the toad.
Ah,
looking
temple
vaguely
location
west.
revealed.
The fleet was already
Interesting.
there. There was nothing Reynardo could do about it.
But there's nothing we
For
could
the
do
moment.
about it for
Well,
the moment.
he should have known he'd have to consult Calaveras again. The scientists at the observatory were smart enough. But what did they know of the Transcendent Emperor? He hoped it wouldn't delay him too long. The rebels had scheduled the final battle soon. Every day they delayed risked the exposure of the secret base. And some soldiers were already drifting back to their homes and families. Calaveras would fix the Skyripper for him. And then he would win the final battle.
Yeah, with the Skyripper. Skyripper
Maybe
gonna
it was
win the
the
battle
code.
for us.
But after a few steps, Reynardo's optimism started to slump. What if Calaveras couldn't help?
Few more
Did
tests.
Reynardo dare use the Skyripper?
I like how the Skyripper
Well,
just kind of flies around with us. Anyways, I'm going to pause here because this is where I'm going to stop the session for today. Next time we'll just come back in. This is pretty good so far. It's simple, but the story is pretty interesting. I'm interested to see where it's all going. So, yeah. We will see you next time as we keep going through stories. This game's good. Yep. That's it for today. Bye, everybody.